Alright guys, we are back for Game 2 between Team Lucid and Pub Standard. Game number 1, we saw Team Lucid pick a very aggressive, very fast, and very hard-hitting push strategy with a Lone Druid, a Necrophos, a Dazzle, a Chen, and a Pugna, and they just blew down tower after tower after tower and got themselves a Rax before 15 minutes, which was just absolutely absurd. So, rolling over that, they take a game to themselves. This is a best-of-3 series, so if Lucid takes this game, that is the series, and they have won the Amateur Dota League. But there's always that inescapable possibility that we could have it turn around here by Pub Standard, bringing it back, smashing some faces, and going on to grab that prize money for those prize keys for themselves rather. Anyways.
Dire team ban.
All right, so I'm just gonna check my settings here because I was informed that people can't hear me in Dota TV. So I'm just gonna toggle this on and off because that seemed to work before. Maybe turn the open mic threshold up a little bit. That's getting into dangerous territory a little bit. Yeah. All right. Cool. So hopefully that works, and people that are watching in Dota TV can see me. But anyways, getting into the bans here. Pub Standard banning that Pugna first. They've learned their lesson. They're not going to let that get through. But Team Lucid going to some little more standard bans, getting rid of that Venomancer and that Alchemist. The Alchemist did not make it through the banning phase last game, but he did make it, or the Venomancer did and was played by Lucid, or by Pub Standard, but just couldn't hold on against that push right now, so.
Reserve time.
Alright, so I'm getting confirmation that people can hear fine in Dota TV, so it might have just been one person's problem. I got one report that it wasn't working, so. Anyways. Also, there's somebody asking for a link to schedules. Check out amateurdotaleague.com, and that will have all of the, that'll have forums. It has the schedules for all of the tournaments, the brackets for all the tournaments, everything you could possibly need. So check that out. Dipping into the reserve time quite a bit for this fourth ban, or this fourth ban of the game, second ban for them. Here's Pub Standard, and they get rid of the Death Prophet. Now, Death Prophet is another very pushy hero, so their bans have been completely targeted at that push strategy, which means that there's a lot of potent heroes left in the pool. There's still the Bristleback, there's still, who's the other one? There's... Wow, they go for a lone... Are they going to try this again?
Radiant team pick.
Are they going to try this again? Oh man, it would be so funny if they did. I think Pub Standard knows how to draft against this now after feeling the wrath in game number 1. Maybe they're picking the Lone Druid as kind of just like a scare tactic. They're just throwing that out there. Pub Standard picking a little better counter pushy heroes. The Timbersaw was still available. That was another one that I was trying to conjure up in my brain while I was thinking about available picks there. Timbersaw and Crystal Maiden, two very strong heroes, and you know, not very telling of an individual strategy, but just strong heroes in general that will be amazing. There's Lucid looking at their second pickup here, and this should probably give us more of an idea of what they plan to do this game. If they pick up like a Necro or something again, we're like, oh crap, they're doing the push again. But you know, I think Pub Standard will be a lot more ready for that if that does happen.
Reserve time.
But yeah, there's a lot of possibilities here. Lone Druid is kind of just his own hero. He does his own thing. Just goes after the lane, farms, and then just does stuff later. And he fits into any strategy really, so you can't really say that he's telling of a particular strategy. Visage is the pickup, so looks like we're going back to a little more standard. I know Lucid does have a very good Visage player, and I can't remember who it is, but yeah, so Visage, incredibly strong. I was saying in the first cast that at these amateur levels, not many teams dare to pick Visage up, just because, you know, it's kind of hard for a newer player to learn Visage, and it's daunting, and, you know, but he's such an incredible support that when you get somebody who knows him, who starts to really understand the hero and can play him effectively, your effectiveness in tri-lanes goes up huge. So, yeah, getting into the second banning phase here. The Ancient Apparition taken out again by Lucid. I think, no, that seems targeted. It seems like they know that Pub Standard likes to play AA, and they get rid of it, because they've gotten rid of that 2 games in a row, and I don't think there's exactly been a reason for it either time. I mean, he does combo pretty well with the Crystal Maiden, but
Radiant team
I don't know. Same with that Tinker there. I don't think Tinker would have been Like, I don't think Tinker would have been an optimal pick in this game, so it might just be a flavor pick. You know, they know the enemy team has a player that plays it, so they just get rid of it. The Shadow Shaman and the Naga Siren being taken out, two really strong supports who can contribute to pushing and team fighting strategies. So I definitely like those bans, actually. I think there were a couple more optimal ones that you might be able to pick out, something that combos up with the Visage a little better, but regardless, they get rid of those, and I do know that Lucid likes to play with the Naga Siren, so that helps out quite a bit.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, got a couple people asking who won Game 1, so I mentioned this earlier on, but Game 1, Team Lucid took a victory. At 14 minutes and 30 seconds, they knocked down a pair of racks and had every single outer tower destroyed. They just dominated that game. And I mean, like I said, they picked a really pushy strategy. They had a Lone Druid, a Pugna, a Death Prophet, or not a Death Prophet, a Necrophos, a Witch Doctor. They had a Dazzle and a Chen. So they just had a lot of creeps, a lot of heals, and they just knocked stuff down. And they killed every tower by 13 minutes and had racks at 14. So, I mean, it was just called there by pub standard. They couldn't really stand up to it. They didn't have great anti-push, and you know, that was it. So, getting into the second stage of the picks here, we've got the Bristleback being taken up. So, another really tanky strength hero, and it's looking like this is going to be a tri-lane Bristleback as well, because they've already got the Timbersaw, and I don't think Timber will be mid. I mean, Timber has a possibility to go mid and Bristle to the offlane, but generally we see Timber on the offlane, and Bristleback works out really well in a tri-lane. So instead, we'll probably see that Crystal Maiden, Bristleback +1 down on bottom, Timbersaw on the offlane, and then mid lane hero yet to be determined.
Radiant team pick.
Anyways, Chen is picked up by Lucid again, so they've got a lot of creeps on the field. They got Visage Birds, they've got whatever creeps Chen tames, and then they've got the Lone Druid Bear as well. So they could be trying to push this again. I don't think their push is going to be half as potent as it was last game, but it you know, it's still going to hit hard. It's still going to hit really hard. And, you know, this could mean a lot quicker outer towers, giving them a gold advantage. I don't know if they'll be able to hit racks as early as they did last game. They don't have the, they don't quite have the tower hitting abilities with, you know, the Pugna Nether Blast, and they don't have the, actually, Leshrak's still in the pool. If we see Leshrak, they're just going to shove this again. And, huh. I wonder if that's going to happen. Shrek actually combos, yeah, he combos okay with a Visage. Anyways. Dipping pretty far into their reserve time now. They've only got 40 seconds left on that to make their last two picks with as pub standard, and they're looking for their second support there. The Venomancer is taken out, the Ancient Apparition is gone, Shadow Shaman and Naga Siren all removed from the pool. There's still a lot of great supports that they could combo this with, though. The Crystal Maiden Bristleback +1 is actually a pretty potent tri-lane if you can get a nice aggressive hero in there with that. Now, I'm trying to look over towards my hero poster to just think of what they could do. They Assassin last game, which could be run again. They could put that in a support role, and I think that would actually function pretty well with their tri-lane. Vengeful Spirit is still available. There is still... Earthshaker. We got the Ass Shaker. There are many asses, but only one Ass Shaker. And there he goes. So I do like this, and I think actually, yeah, this could be an aggressive tri-lane. Could be aggressive. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what they do, because this can be either aggressive or defensive. Crystal Maiden functions very well walking around in her own jungle, picking up creeps, and Earthshaker is just really good for a lot of control, but he doesn't dish out a lot of damage. But Bristleback is just obnoxious as hell. So they could do either or, and I'm not sure which. I think they'll probably go safe lane with it. Timbersaw to go up towards that off lane with the tri-lane up, or the dual lane actually up against him. Now, I was actually looking at this for Team Lucid. I'm like thinking of like, what kind of support could they put with Visage? But then I realized they got the Chen, so it's going to be a dual lane. They'll have, it looks like Weaver Visage, Lone Druid off lane, and then mid. Alright, that works, yeah. So, looks like they're probably going to be running the Weaver with the Visage, Chen in the jungle, Druid in the offlane, and a mid +1 still remaining. Neither team picking up their mid hero yet, and the last two bans are going to have to reflect that. Templar Assassin getting getting banned out here by the pub standard team, and Team Lucid looking to get rid of their obnoxious mid hero of choice. Puck is the one they get rid of. I would love to see a Night Stalker here for pub standard. They've got a perfectly aggressive team. that functions really well in the mid game, and it would just contribute to their tankiness overall. I think a Night Stalker would be okay. It doesn't contribute to the counter push, but the silence against Visage and or Weaver would be really good. I think Night Stalker is a fantastic pickup for them here. I'm not sure if they'll do it though. We'll have to see. Lucid, considering the way they've been drafting, they're looking towards a push-E strategy. Looks like they want to end the game in the mid-game, but not as quick as they did last time. So I'm trying to think of other pushy heroes. The Outworld Devourer is still in the pool. Dragon Knight is the pickup for Pub Standard. So filling a similar role to that, picking a similar role to that Night Stalker. Not quite as powerful ganking in the mid-game, but still a tanky strength hero that does okay mid and will transition in the mid game decently. Anyways, we'll get into introducing our players here. We've got A3P playing on the Weaver. He's going to be heading off towards that safe lane, I believe. Octavian on the Visage. Puff on the Chen once again. D on the Lone Druid. Or God damn it, guys. He's on Outworld Devourer, and we've got Snowman on the Druid. What a day, what a day. Fiend is going to be playing on that Bristleback for the Pub Standard team. We're going to have Raptor Z on Earthshaker, Nusham on the Crystal Maiden, and we've got Music Stats on Dragon Knight, and then Bacon is Beast, going to be playing on that offlane Timbersaw. Lucid giving a shout out to Fugitive. Fugitive, if you're out there, man, you're a guy. You're a guy, and I want to acknowledge your existence. Throw that out there. Anyways, GLHF goes out. Good manners all over. If Lucid does win this game, they do take the series, which means that they get a. They do manage to get themselves a couple fancy keys here. Now this bear is just running around being obnoxious. He's trying to cut down these trees so that he can like sneak around and then just like yank creeps through to the lane. But Earthshaker just punching him like a boss. Punch, punch, punch. Another hashtag shout out to Fugitive. I'm just learning Twitter now. I just got my first Twitter account yesterday, so it's you know, just got my first Twitter account, so I gotta learn to use those hashtags, and they're training me well. Anyways, Chen grabs that haste rune for himself. Not really gonna do much. I mean, can't really gank. He's just gonna head over to the jungle and just do his thing. Snowman just being obnoxious with his druid, and Crystal Maiden's actually blocking the Baron. Oh my god, I actually really like that. Cuts down the tree again. Frostbite goes out on the Baron. Oh my god, it's eating a lot of harass here. That was pretty similar to what it was last game, actually. That Bear caught himself in a lot of trouble and was about down to 400 HP when he returned to lane, so that's fine. Oh my god, the Earthshaker block. They really don't want this Bear to get out of here. Oh man, and they do get it. They get the Bear. They get the Bear. The backlash goes out on Druid, and he's going to be without a Bear for the first 40 seconds of this game. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyways, so this is going to be really bad for him. If he gets caught by a fissure or anything, I mean, Crystal Maiden getting up in his face right now, but if anything happens to him, he's toast, and he's not going to get a CS for, you know, until that Bear is up at least, and even then it's still going to be hard. OD dominating this mid lane pretty hard. He's got 3 stacks of Astral up on him already, and it looks like he probably actually got a lucky proc on Essence Aura as well, as he's not completely out of mana. That spell is Expansion. Maybe not. Whoa! Oh my god, I feel bad. I missed first blood. Toby 1 Dota here. Anyways, Bristleback eating a lot of tower hits, but now if oh god, they're just gonna go on him again. Bristleback eating a lot of tower hits though. He does de-aggro them, so he's gonna be fine, but pops off that salve and they're gonna run away from that bottom lane. But yeah, getting that first blood on the Druid is gonna make a big difference here. Oh, look at this Chen. What a player. What a player. Stacking 2 camps at once with 1 creep. Oh man. Go find yourself a Wildkin, boy. You deserve it. Go find the Wildkin. Return to your people. Anyways, up here on the top lane, Weaver doing alright. He's got 6 CS. He's the 3rd highest in the match, and just kind of going up against that Timbersaw. They're just doing their own thing. Visage is pulling that lane. Illusion Rune picked up by that Earthshaker. Not going to be left for his mid laner, so Snowman, man, he's playing really far back. Whoa, do I have a co-caster? What the heck? There's another camera showing up on my minimap. I've got a co-caster and I didn't even know it, guys. This is a good day. Anyways, they're going on this Timber Saw here, looking for some action. He's gonna try. He cancels his Timber Chain because he wants to get it out, but the Centaur Stomp comes out, and they're actually gonna finish him off. He hesitated way too long on that, and actually, does he even have points? Yeah, he's got 1 point in Timber Chain, but it was just not enough. He was trying to walk himself down so that he could hook to this tree here or this tree over here, but he just doesn't get it. So, second kill of the game, going the way of Lucid. 1-1 is the score right now, and you know, both offlaners dropping 1 kill, not too terrible. Outworld Devourer dominating mid lane pretty well. There's absolutely no mana on this Dragon Knight, no bottle charges, and he's only got 4 CS to the OD's 15. So when we refer to a lane dominator, that's this guy right here. He dominates lanes, he does things and stuff, and you know, that's how it is. He's top of the CS charge while his opponent is at 6. And Dragon Knight is only really here to gather experience. That's all he can do, really. They're going on this. Oh, no, they're not going on Druid again. Looked like they were. They're getting up in his face, but Bristleback getting himself some decent farm right now. He's got a headdress recipe coming to him, so he's going for a fast mech. He's already got himself a ring of regen as well, so he can just regen through pretty much anything. He's going to pop off his salve right now. Double damage rune being pinged out at the top. And we'll see who goes to get that. There is a bottle on the OD. Sometimes the OD will forego the bottle just because if you get good with your essence procs, you're usually fine for mana, and you know, it's sometimes it can seem like a waste, but he does go for the bottle and he'll head up towards that top rune. In the top lane, they're looking for, whoa, geez, down on the bottom lane, that Druid drops again to that combo, but they are looking for the Timber Saw up on top, and there they go, the Centaur Stomp lands, and lots of damage flying out. The Visage gets a Soul Assumption, but Chen gets the kill with an auto attack, and both offlaners dying once again. These are some pretty potent tri-lanes, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Chen's not really the tri-lane, but he does still contribute to that lane, making it 3v1 at times. So, yeah, things are getting crazy. This game is relatively even though these offlaners are dropping like flies, but anyways, yeah, looking back at that CS, we see the OD still on top of that, 25 and 15, just rocking his lane so hard. The Bristleback is just below him with 23. Chen actually following up just behind with 18 and 0 and 17 on the Timber Saw. Actually, oh, so Timber Saw is actually out CSing the Weaver right now. That shouldn't happen. Pull the lane better. Bad Visage. No, I'm kidding. He's a good Visage. He just needs to. You just need to get that creep wave away from Timber Saw, annoy him a little bit. There's no reason for Visage to be back here. He should be up here, looking for auto attacks, just trying to plink him down a little bit. So headdress now completed on Bristleback, so he's definitely going to be grabbing himself a fast mech. He's almost there at that buckler, and it'll be a really fast mech for him. Dragon Knight actually going to find himself a rune this time. Oh my god! What a troll! What? Earthshaker just snatched it from his DK, who had no mana when he just got there. What? Oh my god! Support's just trolling everything. Oh man, okay. You know what? Like, this is a game in the grand finals of a tournament. I don't think he did that on purpose, to be honest. Just because of that factor. Like, it seems to me like he was just sitting there waiting to give the rune to his teammate, and then he just caught a unit out of the corner of his eye. Like, he just sees the DK coming, and he's like, oh shit, and he just clicks on the rune. Or he, like, clicks to move away or something and accidentally clicks on it. I don't think he definitely meant to do that. Somebody's getting a lot of crap in team chat right now. I can almost guarantee it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyways, in the mid lane, OD still doing what OD does, farming the creeps up, annoying that Dragon Knight, making sure that he can't breathe his fire. And Lone Druid actually doing pretty poorly on the creep kills right now. He can't move up. There's an aggressive lane ward, and that Earthshaker's always looking for him. So I mean, he's just got to wait for the creeps to come to him. I mean, he might even want to try getting another pull off, but I don't know. We got action coming in towards the top lane. The Fissure flew out and interrupted them a little bit. Crystal Nova flies out, slows him down, but doesn't quite get the kill. And Shen's just gonna return to the jungle. Whoa, man. Oh, man. Druid just going crazy. And whoa, jeez, Bristle gets himself another kill. Double kill on that Bristle Bonk. Getting the kill on the Druid, and then as the Visage TP's in, grabs that kill as well. The Weaver does come in and secure the kill at the end. So I guess gold going to the right place, but I mean that Bristle is gonna get real scary real quick. Sitting at second on the CS board, only behind a. Oh, he's going pipe. He's not going mech. Why did I think he was going mech? He's got a Ring of Health. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's gonna have a pipe up real soon though, and he does get the headdress, and we'll be having the recipe flown out to him in a moment. So Bristleback is gonna be leading the charge here for pub standard in all regards, and you know, I think it's really going to be on Lucid to make sure that they can control him and keep him down while they while they fight everybody else. Slowing him with that Grave Chill, making sure that he's astraled out of a fight, and you know, otherwise disabled. We got TP's coming in towards that top lane, really looking to try to defend this. Astro comes out on that Crystal Maiden, and she is toast. Bye-bye. There you go, girl. She's gone. Visage grabs a kill with the Soul Assumption, and 4-4 is your kill score here. 9 minutes into this game. Weaver now has his Perseverance. Head back towards mid lane. Bottom tower drops. That is the first tier 1 to drop this game. They're pinging out towards the tier 2. They just want to keep going with it. I mean, they got the Dragon Knight ultimate. Why not? If you can chunk down that damage, then why not? A3P is sitting here, ready to try to defend this. He throws out the Sakuchi, gonna try to disrupt this wave, but he can't do it on his own. The more bristles he eats, the worse he's going to be doing here. Hand of God flies out as there's a big fight going out here. The OD gets himself away. Actually, that was the OD, that was the Shen.
Tower is under attack.
Not there. OD is there. Did OD just TP out of that? No, he didn't. His TP scroll's still up. Anyways, looks like Druid is retired to the jungle for now because he just couldn't stay in that lane. Still has no items, only has boots on himself after 3 deaths, and he just needs to find a source of gold. Tier 1 it goes down for Pub Standard right in the top lane, so even though the kill scores are even right now, I think Pub Standard is standing a lot better at this point than they were last game. You know, Lucid playing decently, but their lanes got shut down pretty hard, and the gold is in the right place. OD is always going to have a lot of gold, so don't let this fool you. But the Bristleback, having all those kills and all that farm, as well as the Timbersaw getting 41 CS in the off lane, that is actually something to write home about. Now they're looking for this Weaver here. The Dragon Tail goes out on, followed up by a Fissure, and they just explode him. Weaver goes down. 5-4 your kill score here. The Weaver down for 30 seconds, and we might see another tier 1 drop here, which is really not what Lucid wants to have happen. Their lineup was looking a little more pushy than Pub Standards right now, but they're hitting these towers hard and fast. They got the pipe up, so they're ready to team fight. Oh man, I'm worried for Lucid right now. I am definitely worried for him. Tower is going to drop, and that is 3 tier 1s gone at 11 minutes. Definitely not as fast as last game, but you know, it's things getting ugly. They're drawing lines up into the jungle, and oh my god, they get the Fissure out on that Chen, and they go out. The Dragon Tail hits him, and he's gonna drop. His creeps are still there to do stuff, but you know, they're not in a position to do anything with that right now. Pushing towards this tier 2, they want to get this bad, and I mean, they're all in position to do so. Why the hell not? Shoving down this tower. Chen creeps might try to stall this out, but one gets frostbitten up, and it is toast for sure. Chakram flies out, creep wave is gone, and this tier 2 tower is history. On the bottom lane, OD doing his best to try to make a trade out of that, but he's going to be forced away as the Timbersaw and the Earthshaker TP in, and that tower drops just into deny range after that siege creep is done with it. So we'll see if they do choose to deny that. It is ready to fall. Up on the top, this cannon minion right here got himself a tower. And we do see a mecha coming out for the Chen. He'll probably have that in a good 4 or 5 minutes. He's still a ways away from that. OD farming himself up now. Does have a 4-staff, so he's a little bit safer, a little bit easier to get his team out of crap if they get dragon tailed or whatever. But you know, they are definitely falling behind. I think now would be a great time to check the golden EXP graph. 5k gold in the way of Team Pub Standard right now. That was about what we saw at last game, as Lucid was doing a similar thing. But this EXP graph, it's all over the place. It's like an earthquake, just bouncing back and forth, sitting at about 0. And Earthshake, what'd you do to the graphs, man? Probably stole them from your Dragon Knight, that's what you did. Terrible player. Everybody report him. OD gets himself a kill up in that mid lane, and the tier 2 tower drops here, so Lucid's gonna try to make a push out of this themselves, getting in towards that tower, letting that Hellbear Smasher tank it up a bit. But DK comes in, clears that up, and starts doing damage to that Chen, but he gets astraled out. Timbersaw now sitting on a Bloodstone, actually. That's pretty impressive for this stage in the game. 13-minute Bloodstone when you're in the off lane. That is not an easy feat to accomplish, but he grabs it, and this pushing power is just huge, actually. Like, it's not raw pushing power, it's just early game advantage power, and they're pushing it really hard, smacking down towers wherever they can, taking the fight if they can get it, and if they can't, you know, they're just getting gold and kind of disrupting the farm from the other team. That Druid doing a little better now, has himself 50 CS, and he's got phase boots on himself. Those should be on the bear, actually, but I guess he feels they need to be on himself for now so he doesn't die while he's just jungling up. Usually you want to go phase on the bear and then power treads on yourself so you're more survivable while your bear is faster. Mid lane here, Timbersaw throwing out a chakram. Not going to follow it up though. He gets himself astraled, and we could see a fissure fly, and it does. It knocks into that OD, who force staffs himself away though, and will not get cleaned up by that Timber. He was looking for it though. He wanted to throw out that chakram, Timber Chain, and Whirling Death and finish him off. Oh my, what? Oh, okay. I saw this down in the corner here and saw Dragon Knight, and the double damage rune looked like it was a kill, and I freaked out, and I was like, who the hell was down here for him to kill? But Fissure gonna block this out. They know that Chen is waiting to defend this, but they've got, I mean, they're just hitting this Roche so damn hard, and I don't think Lucid is gonna be in position to fight this. They're gonna try, but oh, the OD gets himself caught out, Echo slammed, and he force staffs back, and oh, drops the Sensei's Eclipse. Finishes off the Crystal Maiden and the Earthshaker, actually, so they might be able to turn this around. Weaver in the back line, fighting off that Dragon Knight, but he gets shoved away as that DK does have a double damage rune. Timbersaw cutting down some trees, trying to fight this up, but looks like we might disengage here, and Lucid picking themselves up a couple kills. I mean, I think that's the best they could have hoped for in that circumstance, and you know, they're not too bad off after that. It was unfortunate, but you know, Lucid gets themselves a tower for it, and they get a couple kills, so I think that'll help them out quite a bit. Their gold graph probably swung right back down. Yeah, it's heading back down, and I think once it updates, it'll be a little further down towards that 2,500 mark. Hyperstone now up on that Druid, so I transfer that to the Bear. Probably going to be looking to get a quick assault, or actually, considering that he hasn't gone for anything else, I think Mjolnir is probably the more likely option. I don't know, we'll have to keep an eye on him. The assault will work wonders for his team, because the Visage just makes him so much more tanky. That Weaver gives him some armor, and the Baron himself and all the creeps probably going to be an assault, but who knows, we'll see. Yeah, that's the thing about Weaver, is that having heroes that provide armor makes him really, really good, because he has okay armor gain, and he gets armor from agility, but generally his first item is a Lincoln Sphere, which, I mean, just gives you stats, but no direct armor, so he's, oh, jeez, they come in, they find this Lone Druid, he is toast, bye-bye, buddy, and Crystal Maiden actually picks up that kill. She needed the gold, of course, and she's got a medallion on herself, wow. Yeah, making that Weaver so much more survivable on top of his innate escapiness makes him really potent, so that's why he combos really well with Treant Protectors, with you know, with any hero with an assault, any aura heroes. OD going right in on this, has a haste rune, astrals himself up in Earth Spirit, but 4 heroes coming down towards his bottom lane to try to defend this. They're still not denying it. Okay, they are going to deny it now, and there it goes. So up in the jungle here, getting the pick off up by the Crystal Maiden, who's going to try to TP herself up, but one shot from that OD drops him low enough that Weaver gets the kill. So Lucid actually showing some signs of life here. They did lose a lot of towers early to this fast push, but their heroes that do the real damage are starting to come online. Now Weaver's, I mean, he's still got himself only a Perseverance, but he does pick himself up a Mithril Hammer right to begin with. So curious what he's going to do with that, whether it's going to be like a fast Deso, or maybe he's just dropping his Lincolns to go for a BKB early or something. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on him. But OD getting himself a fair bit of items here, working towards a BKB himself. He's about 700 gold off of that, and you know, once these items start to come online, Lucid's team fight is going to get a lot more scary, and it's going to be really hard for Pub Standard to start pushing in towards these tier 3s. Even this last tier 2 might be hard for them to take, but Weaver farming up in the jungle, gets himself fissured here, but he does manage to Sakuchi himself away in time. There is no detection available yet. Yeah, no, not a single speck of dust picked up on the enemy team there, so I'm not even sure why they're looking for him. The Druid was up here on the top lane, but I'm sure they're safe to think that he's TP'd out already. He has not, in fact, but see if they look. Oh my god! Timber jumps in towards that tree and he accidentally auto-attacks. This is why you turn auto-attack off, kids. He's gonna try to TP away, but he gets dragon-tailed up. Oh my god, what a disaster. Auto-attack off all the time. Do it right now. If you're watching a Dota TV, go into your settings, turn your auto-attack off. It just got destroyed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. I feel so bad for him. I do, I really do. He should have TP'd out earlier, in all honesty. He should have just been gone, but
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Anyways, Lucid grabbing themselves the tier 1 tower while they push in towards the tier 2. I don't think they intend to defend this, which is why they just decided to push, because they said, well, you know, we'll get the best trade we can, even if it is just a tier 1, and then we'll defend for the tier 3. Weaver does not have a TP scroll, actually, which means that he won't be able to get back in time to fight this. Chen is going to come back and leave the creeps with the Weaver, so I guess they're going to trade a tier 2, but the pipe is up and they're looking for the fight. Oh my god, Astra going out on that Bristleback, but not doing too much. Visage Soul Assumption, oh my god, dropping Crystal Maiden really low. The Sanity's Eclipse comes out, and OD is running forward, trying to smack everybody down, but those Bristles going right through that BKB, almost finishing off that OD, and what the hell healed him? He was so low. And he still got the Aegis up, and now drops to that lone Druid. Druid defending, and the Illusions finish off that tower, so the OD being exchanged for the Bristleback's Aegis. Weaver pushing in towards a tier 3 now, and the Timbersaw comes back to defend that. Looking for that Chen. He's probably going to die to the next Quill Spray. He's got a lot of attacks. Actually, he doesn't. He's actually going to get away from that. Bristle refuses to chase any further, and OD back to try to defend. He doesn't have the BKB up, nor does he have Sanity's Eclipse, so he's got to be really careful with what he does. But chunking out that damage on that OD. Oh my god, first hit and tangle. Gets that kill there, and OD gets himself, and they might be able to defend this now. They're definitely going for it. The Dragon Tail goes out on the OD now. He astros himself, the mech goes out, and he's trying to run away from this. The Bristleback does fall, and OD gets sent back to base. They're looking for the kill on the Dragon Knight. I don't think he has any way to get out of this. He turns around to Dragon Tail the bear, but he's going to fall to that Visage's Soul Assumption, so a good cleanup there by Lucid. They're actually ahead on the kill score, even though they lost their tier 3 tower, and their Weaver put a fair amount of pressure on back towards the enemy team. So, I mean, they're still down in towers, they're still behind, but their fighting power is slowly increasing, and they are getting a lot more nasty as this game goes on. Anyways, now I think is a good time to check this golden XP, because the EXP now way in the favor of Lucid, almost 5k, and the gold still hanging out on the Radiant side, but you know, it's slowly making its way back down, and this thing is a little bit behind, so actually, no it's not, never mind. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, like I said, it chunked down a little bit further, so we're sitting at about a 12k gold advantage, or 12k, 1200 gold advantage for Pub Standard right now. Lucid playing this really strong. I'm liking their play right now. They've, you know, they've made some very smart decisions. And while I've been kind of griping on the fact that they've lost so many towers, every single time they've lost a tower, they've made positional trades, and they've gotten other towers, even if they weren't as valuable. They've gotten their lone druid they've got their lone druid farming, and you know, they've gotten what they need to get out of this early game. So I think now it's going to be a lot more even. Like I said, the EXP is in their favor, but the gold is still slightly away from them. So I mean, if Pub Standard takes a bad fight, then Lucid is going to have license to grab themselves a pair of racks. There's not going to be much that can stop them. Bristleback now sitting on a Vlad's as well as a pipe, and he's looking for trouble. He's looking for it. Pops off that Quill Spray for no reason other than to just stack his ulti up. And he gets himself astraled out way away from everybody else on his team, and they're gonna try to fight. The Centaur Stomp misses, and he pops off the pipe, so he runs away. But that was scary. That was scary for a second. Anyways, Earthshaker now has himself a Blink Dagger, so this could be dangerous. Okay, no, they're not going for it. That OD was a little bit too far up, but he backs himself away, sitting on a fat sack of gold. 150 CS is on the Outworld Devourer right now. 124 on the next closest, the Timbersaw. 105 on that Lone Druid who had a admittedly bad early game. He's now picked it up, and 104 is that Bristleback who's kind of fallen off as he's been trying to make fights happen. Weaver picking himself a couple extra creeps in this top lane, and he will jump ahead of that Bristleback in creeps just here. So, like I said, the gold starting to swing back in Lucid's favor, and you know, their team I think has the advantage in the late game. Not quite a true carry on the other side to speak of. I mean, Dragon Knight carries pretty hard. Bristleback is annoying when he gets up front. Timbersaw does a lot of damage, but still no true carry. And Weaver and OD are just going to start dealing massive amounts of damage to Pub Standard when these next few fights roll around. I think they're looking towards Roche now. They've got the Sentry Wards up, and they're dewarding. Yeah, this is going to be a Roche for sure. OD starts it off. Necrobook up towards that Shen, so they're looking towards getting some high ground advantage themselves. I wonder. Oh, smoke gank, and the Earthshaker has that Blink Echo. Ooh, this could be really dangerous. This could be really dangerous. But oh my God, OD just walks out of that at just the right time, and now the Concave is on the other side. 2 Visage Birds being lost there actually, and now they're looking for Roche for themselves, but that Fissure blocking them out for just a little bit. The Medallion actually helping them grab that really quick, and I don't think they're going to be able to defend this. Yeah, Lucid's going to drop this Aegis, and it goes to the Bristleback. Oh, that was not good. Dragon Tail goes out on this OD. Echo Slam comes in. Oh, that was a huge Echo Slam. Actually, it wasn't too huge, but it got a kill. And that Druid Bear going to run himself away and actually makes it out alive. So OD dropping, the Aegis being given up, and Weaver just... Well, Weaver doing what Weaver does, split pushing, and chunks about 1,000 health off of that tier 3 tower. So setting themselves up for easy pushes here, but giving some stuff up in the meantime. Yeah, he did get that BKB with that Mithril Hammer that I pointed out earlier. So he's got that survivability on him as well. Maybe looking towards the Lincolns as well still, because he does have that perseverance. But oh man, I hate to see this. That drives me nuts. Words that are like just out of each other's range. Wait, why is this one close? This one is like further than this one. I don't know, whatever. Down on the bottom, Druid farming himself up right now. Has an Assault Cuirass on that Spirit Bear, so that was what he chose to go for. Just getting that attack speed up so that he can get as many Entangle procs as possible, or as many chances at the Entangle procs as possible.
Pour on the speed.
Anyways, Chen up here in the jungle, just farming up, looking to get those next couple levels in his Necrobook. And once he does, I mean, it's going to be a really nasty push from Lucid. Like I was commenting in the draft, like, they went for a big push strategy last game, and they have pushy heroes this game between the Visage, the Druid, and the Chen. But now once those Necro creeps come out, it's going to be really hard. Hard to Trask on the Bristleback. That is a big one. That's going to contribute to their fighting a lot. But like I said, this Bristle not... He's just Bristleback. He's not a Luna, he's not an anti-mage, he's not a you know, he's not a Phantom Lancer, he's not a Phantom Assassin. He's just a Bristleback. So in this late game against that Weaver, who is going to be doing massive amounts of damage pretty quickly. I mean, he's looks like... Okay, so we got another Mithril Hammer, so I think that's going to be used for a Desolator. So we could be looking at some scary fightings. Lone Druid hiding himself in the trees, making sure he's in his true form so that he can't throw an auto attack from the trees again. That was so sad to watch, man. It was so sad. I might have to message him after this game and make fun of him for it. Oh, Crystal Maiden gets herself caught out by an Astral right here. The Bristleback is there to fight it, but they're running into an entire team. Oh man, Crystal Maiden gets herself caught. She is done for sure. They're trying to chase down that Bristleback, but are they going to get it? The Astral just about off cooldown. They want to get it. They want to get it. They're going. They're going. They're going. Just Bristleback a little bit too fast, gets himself out. Earthshaker takes off as well, so that fight's going to be disengaged. Crystal Maiden being the only thing lost. And down on the bottom lane, Weaver, oh my god. He's going to run into an entire team here. Oh my god. Oh, they do get a fissure on him. And the blink forward, he tries to get it down, but no! Weaver, too slippery, man. Too slippery. He's like trying to hold Jello. It's just not going to happen. And actually, that would have been funny. If Timbersaw was there just a moment sooner and threw that chakra mote a little bit farther, he actually would have got himself a kill. But that doesn't happen. 10-14, the kill score here. 28 minutes and now 20 seconds into this game. Lucid ahead on the kills. And let's look back towards that golden EXP graph, because it's been really all over the place this game. EXP still about 5,000 in the way of Lucid. Not down where the peak was, but you know, it's sitting at a reasonable amount. The gold graph has gone a little bit more towards pub standard, but it's arching back down as Lucid gets their farming game going and picks up that kill on the Crystal Maiden. And you know, I think it's going to be 5-man time here pretty soon for Lucid. You're going to get that basher up on the bear in just a moment. They get it out, and it's going to be flying in soon. And once that's out, I think they'll have license to fight. They got a really strong team. I don't know if they're going to want to, though, because the longer this game goes, the better they're going to perform. That's just the truth of it. So I think in all honesty, they'll probably just keep farming and just wait for pub standard to come to them. And when pub standard goes, all right, well, they're not pushing, we should push, and get up in their faces, they take a big fight and then try to push forward. So who knows, man? Who knows? Weaver heading down towards that bottom lane to start farming up himself. Yeah, he does grab a second Mithril so it will be a Desolator on him. So getting that armor shred to start to eat through that Bristleback and that Dragon Knight and that Timbersaw. I would have. Does Visage have a medallion? Yeah, Visage does have a medallion. Okay, I was gonna say he should have had that, but yeah. So Weaver just farming up while the rest of the team comes back to defend, and there are a naked Rax here. No tower to speak of, but the pipe goes off and they charge in. The OD starting to throw out some damage, but blink forward by the Earthshaker. He doesn't. Whoa! They went in way too early. Echo Slam wasn't off cooldown. Not a good idea. Crystal Maiden gets blown up in just a matter of seconds. The two supports from Pub Standard are down right now. Weaver is still... Oh, Weaver came back for that fight. He is going. The Dragon Knight falls as well. Visage gets teleported back to base right before he falls. And oh my god, this is a disaster for Pub Standard right now. The Timbersaw tries to TP himself out, and he does manage to get away. But the Bristleback actually is going to escape. So what a fight for Lucid. So many things so damn close to going so differently in that fight there. The Earthshaker blinked in with 2 seconds left on Echo Slam. 2 seconds. You gotta wait for that, man. You gotta communicate with your team. They weren't ready for that. He jumps in and gets himself blown up by the OD. The Crystal Maiden jumps in and starts channeling her ulti, but she blew up in just a matter of seconds. Visage almost dropped. He had about like 30-40 health left, and he got sent back to base, where he avoided an incoming projectile that would have killed him. What a team fight, man. What a team fight. Things just crazy here in Team Lucid versus Pub Standard. This is your Amateur Total 2 League Finals. And if Lucid takes another couple fights like this, they might be the victors of this tournament. Oh my god. What? Weaver just going crazy down on the bottom lane, grabs himself a kill on that Earthshaker, because why not? That Desolator up on him, he is doing a lot of damage. 220. Oh my god, he actually almost gets himself caught out there. One final auto attack, gonna get disjointed by the stealth. And he's still looking to escape. He jukes himself into the trees and starts TPing. I didn't know you could do that. Starts TPing and then Shikuchis, which gives him the stealth while he TPs. Interesting. That's a good Weaver tip for everybody out there. I play a fair amount of Weaver, and I never knew that before, so interesting tactics. And we've got some pressure coming out from Lucid. They're moving towards that mid lane, posturing up for a push on those middle racks, which are really low from that earlier push on the Weaver. About 500 health missing from those racks. Lone Druid picks himself up a regen rune on that bear to heal his bear up, because he doesn't need it. Still sitting on just brown boots on himself. Might be decent to pick himself up a little bit of something. Power treads at least, give it a little bit more health, but he hasn't needed it so far. His bear's been doing work, and he's been positioning himself well in these fights. On the bottom lane here, OD farming up, now looking towards getting himself a sheep stick. He's got the Mystic Staff, he's got enough for the Ultimate Orb, and that'll put him about 800 gold away from picking up his full sheep stick. He might start wanting to he might want to start saving for buyback though, because these fights are getting to the point where a buyback can mean all the difference. Smoke Gank coming out on the mid there. They are looking for Shen creeps, I guess. Bristleback is chasing one down. He does manage to get it, but not a huge travesty. The Centaur goes down, which means they're going to be missing that attack speed aura for this fight, but regardless. What are they doing here? They don't have creeps, just... Are they, like... What are they trying to do? Are they trying to backdoor? They're just going to try to backdoor the racks. And the fort goes out. Oh, there are creeps in the middle lane, which means that the backdoor protection is removed, but those creeps are now gone. But, oh my god, big Echo Slam. That was what they needed last fight. The OD comes out, he buys back instantly, TPing right into the middle of this fight. He's gonna come in, the Crystal Maiden drops her ultimate but gets stunned out right away. I think that was a bash. The Bristleback and the Timber Saw getting out of there alive. Chen's gonna chase down this Crystal Maiden. She might even die to the bug. Actually, Chen takes that kill. What a kill stealer. Down to the bottom lane. Lone Druid just pushing his way out of here. He's gonna TP away and he actually gets out! His bear's probably gonna drop, but oh man. Oh man. He does get a set of racks. I didn't even notice. Weaver down here, chunking away this tower while all of that was going on. That was why the fight went so poorly. The Druid wasn't there. Huh. Look at that. Look at that. So 22-11 is your kill score. 34 minutes, 15 seconds into this game. A set of racks dropping for Pub Standard, and Team Lucid not losing their own. So I think it's safe to say that Lucid is in solid control of this game. Now, what does Pub Standard needs to do if they want to win this? This is a good question that I like to bring up in these circumstances, because it's very easy for a caster to just be like, oh man, this team's getting their ass kicked. But, I mean, you still got to point out where they can do better and what they can do to actually pull this back, because this game is still not out of their reach. It's getting close, and it's, I mean, as we can see on the graphs, it's progressing further and further away from them. But, I mean, they need to try to really make a fight happen. They've been aggressive. They've been warding aggressively, and they've been smoke ganking, which has worked for them. But they need to find a way to pull Lucid out of position. Lucid's been really smart about their positioning, staying up in the base, and Dragon Knight gets himself astral out here. He's gonna pop the BKB and try to teleport out immediately, but it's okay. So he does get out. So wasted BKB charge, which is I guess completely acceptable for the cost of a couple abilities and some mana. But yeah, so I think they just need to start playing defensively. They need to realize that they're on the back foot and stop pushing aggressively. Bristleback looking for a kill on that Lone Druid here, and it's going to be quite the man fight going out. Druid trying to walk himself away, and he manages to get himself into Tangle. Goes back in on that Bristleback. Bristleback going to run himself away. Druid Bear now grabbing those phase and just chasing him down. He's looking for it, looking for it. Druid's going to see if he can block him out while this goes down. Meanwhile, the Weaver is down on the bottom lane, pushing in towards the tier 3 tower. He does manage to get it, and another Entangle goes out. This Bristleback, oh my god. Weaver popping off that BKB, gonna get a kill on the Crystal Maiden. Down here on the bottom lane, still chasing that. Oh my god, oh, what? He got another kill. He got the Earthshaker, but he does drop down here on the bottom lane. Still chasing after that. Bristleback gets the bash, gets the Entangle, and turns around to try to fight, but Bristle drops. Weaver did die, and now they're going in on that OD. Hand of God saves him for just a moment, but he does not manage to stay alive through that fight. Bristleback buys back. They're chasing down this Chen. Going in on him. Gone. Chen, Weaver, Overworld Devourer, all dropping, but oh my god! What? This Dragon Knight breathing fire on the creeps and killing a Chen creep, dying to the blowback. Oh my god. Oh, what a game. What a game. This is just nuts. Anyways, so while all those fights were going on, Weaver pressures in here. He gets himself a tier 3. Didn't manage to do any damage to the racks because he was busy with heroes, but the rest of his team picks up a mid lane melee racks, and the ranged racks is still sitting at pretty low HP. So, I mean, man, this game's nuts. This game is nuts. I'm really enjoying this. Anyways, but like I said, Pub Standard, what they need to do, they need to play back. They need to realize that they are on the back foot, because they are at this point. I mean, Timbersaw cannot afford to be up this far. Actually, he can right now because their hero's dead. But, I mean, for the rest of this game, they need to start retreating, farming up their jungle, and just trying to goad Lucid into making bad decisions, because Lucid is on the forefront. They're going to be looking for kills, but that Weaver is always on a side lane, and so they need to see if they can find that Weaver, shut him down with that newly purchased Scythe of Vice, and just try to pick the team apart. Because as a 5, they're going to win every single team fight from here on out. So they just need pickoffs. That's it. They need to play defensive, wait for Lucid to make a mistake, and capitalize on it, and capitalize on it hard. And you know, the position that they've got themselves in is unwinnable if Lucid plays a perfect game. But as we all know, nobody is perfect, and somebody will make a mistake somewhere. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Hastrun going to be discovered down on the bottom lane, bottled up by that OD. That'll help him out in his next team fight quite a bit. That buyback set him back quite a bit. He does not have a sheep stick because of it, but he's farming up towards that, and he'll have it in just a moment. He's about 300 gold off of it, and once he gets that, their team fight will just go through the roof. And, oh man, moving aggressively with a smoke up, Bristleback looking to see who he can find here. He finds the Outworld Devourer, but that Hastrun probably going to be popped off immediately. It is, but he gets caught out by a Fissure, drops really quickly, and they manage to get a kill. That was that mistake that I was talking about. That was the mistake that they needed to look for, and they get it. So they get the OD down, but they're losing a base, which means they needed to teleport back a lot sooner. They couldn't afford to look for that bear. They just needed to be here, ready to defend. And the Bristleback gets himself tangled up, but this bear is going to drop for sure. They want to chase down the Druid, but he's moving himself away really quickly. He's got an Aegis and a set of boots of travel, so Weaver being so obnoxious, man. Look at this guy, all game long. He's only been in like 3 team fights. The rest of the game has just been pushing buildings, and it's worked for him. They are 1 set of racks away from a Mega Creeps. And the second they leave that racks, he jumps right back in with a Visage Burst, looks for a kill, and he BKBs up, he gets it! Mega Creeps! And that's probably GG. It's not going to be called yet. This is still a finals game, you gotta fight it out to the very end, but this Weaver, just such an obnoxious pain in the ass here. And A3P is usually the person I talk to when I'm organizing the games, so I'm sure I'm gonna have a fun discussion with him about this. So ridiculous. So ridiculous, his Weaver, man. Anyways, it looks like they're going for a Doom push. They realize they're mega creeped. They can't afford anything. They're just gonna charge forward, try to fight it. Chen walking right into the entire enemy team, not realizing they were there. But I don't think it matters. Weaver and Lone Druid pushing away, and GG well played is called by Raptor Z. So, best of 3 series has now turned into a best of 2 series as Lucid takes game number 2 and will be taking the series. The champions of the North American Amateur Dota League. This is Team Lucid, ladies and gentlemen, taking a 2-0 against the powerhouse Pub Standard, who was actually in the winner's bracket before this match. Lucid came back up through the loser's bracket to defeat Pub Standard once, which meant that they knocked down Pub Standard and brought them back for a game 3. So incredible game. That was really fun to watch, in all honesty. Both teams playing really incredibly well. You know, Team Lucid taking a game 1 with a really fast and aggressive push strategy, drawing this game out a little bit more, letting their OD, their Weaver, and their Lone Druid get farmed up quite a bit, and then just picking apart Pub Standard one at a time with those side lane pushes. So fantastic games, you know, that was it. So I'm going to throw the stream into an overlay just for a little bit, let the stream catch up to the delay. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested, if you enjoyed my casting, please check out my YouTube channel at Cptn.Canuck Dota. You can check out my Twitch channel, which you're watching right now. It's Cptn.Canuck Dota as well. And you can find me on Twitter at Cptn.Canuck Dota. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I would love to see you guys back again for another broadcast. I cast the Amateur Dota 2 League, which is a separate league from this one, ADL and AD2L. I cast the AD2L every single Tuesday and Thursday on this channel, so come back and check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have yourselves a great night.